Hello, my name is Adrian Noble and I've written a book called How to Do Shakespeare. Now, although I studied English literature at university, I think almost everything I know about Shakespeare I've learnt in the rehearsal room, in day-to-day contact with actors or young people, not from academics. So I wanted to write a book that would communicate what I've learnt about how to do Shakespeare. So if you are maybe a young person at university or even studying A-levels, if you're at drama school, if you're embarking on a career in the theatre, or maybe just embarking on a Shakespearean production, either amateur or professional, then I think what I've written will be of some interest to you. It's a very practical piece. It's a piece of work. I try and analyse how he's written it. Here's a question. What's the most famous speech in all world literature? Okay? I think it's probably to be or not to be. That is the question. Yeah, how has he written that and why is it famous? So he's written that antithetically. There's an apposition within that. To be or not to be. That is the question. Whether it is nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles and by opposing end them. It's antithesis, it's contrapuntal. One works against the other and creates an intellectual energy and an energy within the language. Now, it's that sort of practical work that we deal with within the book. Another thing we look at is the human imagination. How does Shakespeare's language relate to the human imagination? For me, the great conduit, the highway into the human imagination for Shakespeare is the metaphor. Is when out of the blue, somewhere from we never know why, in the unconscious, an idea, a metaphor pops into the mind. There's a beautiful poem he writes, a sonnet, and at the end comes a fabulous line, like to the lark, break of day arising. And it's a very plain poem up to that point. Then suddenly, it's like an explosion, a flash of light glinting on water. And we kind of mainline, we get a highway right into the imagination of the poet. I talk about how you tell stories. I talk about how to construct speeches. I talk about how you can tackle dialogue. I talk about how you can work on comedy. I can't teach you to be a comedian. I can't teach you to be a funny actor. Indeed, I can't teach you to be an actor at all. But I can give you the tools that might enable the talents you have to find expression.